Heat. You must get ready to live with heat. If we must succeed in life, then we must learn to come to terms with living with heat. You see, heat brings an uncomfortable feeling that makes us feel like escaping it. Nobody wants heat. The physical heat, for example, makes us feel uncomfortable. I would tend to look for activities or places or means that will keep us cool. This is human nature, that we don't love heat. But you see, most of the things that we don't love are the things that are essentially needed in our life. Heat, for example, is one thing that is needed to bring out the finest part of anything that is good today. Heat is needed to bring out the potential of anything that is out there, useful and highly resourceful today. If you think about the concept of heat for material things, for example, your raw food is inedible, poisonous, and doesn't smell good until it is subjected to heat through the process of cooking, and then it becomes a delicious food. Heat, for example, is needed to turn your squeezed and rough looking fabric into a very crispy and attractive apparel through the pressing iron. Heat, for example, is needed to bring out, to extract that very fine, good looking, glittering jewelry, that gold that you wear, that gold that you see and appreciate. You need heat to extract it from the ore. But gold in the ore is not as fine as it looks to you today when you enter the jewelry stores. No, gold in its ore looks very rough. You need heat to extract gold. So it is with iron that is very useful to us today. We need heat to extract iron, to purify iron. The same thing with gold too. The same thing with so many other things that we use. So if we know this, we'll come to terms with the fact that heat is needed in our life. You see, when we are when we are fetus in the womb, we need heat to gestate. We need heat for our organs to develop. We need heat to move from what we were in the liquid form to become a child, a human being. And that is why when a baby comes to life premature, they put in the incubator. All they need is just heat and things will take shape. As we leave the confines and the territory and the comfort of our mother's lap, the heat we need to bring out the genius, to bring out the hero, to bring out the greatness, to bring out the potential, to bring out the resourcefulness in us will now change from a physical heat to situational heat. Situational heat are the heat that we need in our life to bring out our resourcefulness. So heat in our life now, the heat we need in our life now is the situations that we don't like. Situations like disappointment, situations like difficult circumstances, situations like challenges, problems, situations like puzzles, situations like hard times, situations like rejection, situations like failure, situations like very tough people, situations like turbulent relationships that you still find it difficult to come to terms with. All these situations are the heat that we need in our life. So don't feel bad when things are happening in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, because comfort kills you while discomfort shapes you. The heat we need in our life today comes through those situations that happens to sharpen us, that happens to build us into better human beings, so that the potentials, the resourcefulness in us can become manifest. We can discover our hidden potentials, and we can, in trying to deal with that challenge, we develop another muscle, either an intellectual muscle or a psychological muscle, or it becomes a social muscle or even an economic muscle. Muscle in the sense that you develop another ability, you develop a new ability, try to fight off something, you become better at something else. You see, we need heat in our life. The idea of a comfortable life where everything would go so smooth, where everything would go so nice, you will never be discomforted, and you will never have reasons to be sad, is called an utopian dream or a fantasy. You see, once you have left your mother's womb and you have exhausted the few years you need to spend on your mother's lap, once it's time for you to grow up into a human being and you become conscious of the fact that human being can earn and possess, and the human being can be naked or be covered, and the human being can live or can die. The human being can enjoy the pleasure of sex. The human being can enjoy the pleasure of power and influence. The human being can enjoy the power of fame and popularity. Once you become aware of these things, then you are now set on the path of heat, whereby from level to level, the heat you have to receive will increase in intensity. As you move from one stage to another, the heat you need to receive in terms of situations, in terms of challenges, will also become correspondingly higher than the heat at a previous level. So if we want to be successful in life, if we want to achieve greatness, or if we want to progress from one stage to the other, we must open our arms, open our minds, and be ready to accept and to live with heat. Stay inspired with Al-HABEEB, and don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. Thank you.